Hi, everybody. It's Friday. Happy TGIF. Welcome back to the happy hour here at Tony's Picks. Just before we get to those picks, I want to say, hey, if you're looking for our best bets are available over at Tony's Picks. Those are the bets we're making. These are the free picks that we're giving you out here. Go over the card and see what we can come up with on today's slate. This is the happy hour. I got Ron. I got Ramon with us. Ron says it better than I can say it. The three Romigos. That's
the
it.
three Romigos
Are here on Friday. Eventually, we're going to get this going where we'll have enough people here that we can get it going on the free for all type of game, type of thing. Where if you want a game covered, we'll cover it. Because that college slate, I know we whipped through it, and there's a lot of games there. This is the way I'll do it. I'm looking at it going. If you're here today and you want a game covered anywhere on the college slate, it's pretty much we're going to look at this NBA slate. Same thing. There's a game you want covered, put it in the chat here. Team A, Team B, plus the point spread. When we see that comment, I'll go over it. Otherwise, we're going to start at the beginning like we normally do, and we'll do the little sections and blocks. And if we catch your comment, hey, then we'll go over your game if you're looking for anything on this Friday slate. And that's how we'll do the free-for-all until we can get some more people tuning in and get things rolling here. So, hey, tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell everybody. We even take mom likes here, so definitely tell your mom as well. Tune into the happy hour show here Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern, where we get the winners of flowing. So let's get right to it like we always do. Get to those rapid-fire picks. First, we say hello to Ron. How are you doing, Ron?
Doing good. Great day in soccer. I hope you guys cashed on Udinese on plus 154 to last night. And I hope everybody listened to our breakdown on Canada and the under and the draw. You should have made some bucks last night on all of our picks there. So definitely congratulations to Canada. We talked about it. Too much speed in overtime, and that's where it got. So, yep. Ready to roll tonight. Let's do it.
Definitely. What a game. One of those ones that you remember for a lifetime. How you doing, Ramon?
For sure, Rod. I'll remember last night's game. Win or lose, great sports moment, great sports memories. That's what I live for. So, look, they may try it again in 2 years. Maybe it'll be just as exciting. I don't know if it will be, but it's pretty awesome last night. No, Ron, I didn't have Udinese. I should have bought your picks. I only had Super Square Brentford.
No. My best bet was Brentford.
Yeah,
well, I gave you Udinese out there today.
I'm off to a winning start today already, Rod, with Brentford. I won't call them Super Square then just because I had them. And coming off a winning night in college basketball last night. So let's start the weekend right.
Right? Can't complain. Had a nice little winning day. Went 5-4 myself. So definitely any winning day is a good day that you can stay in the green. That's a winning day to me because those winning days, even small or big, they add up. That's all you're trying to do here, get you into the green. So appreciate everybody that's here. Let's get to it. We'll kick it off with the NBA like we always do. We'll go to all the 7 p.m. games. We're looking at the Knicks heading into Cleveland. Cleveland favored 8.5 in that matchup. Bucks taking on the Wizards. Bucks on the back-to-back in this one. Favored 5.5 in that one with the Wizards. 230 is the total in that matchup. And then we got Memphis heading into Orlando. Memphis 3-point favorites in that matchup. Total 225.5 there. We'll have a quick little look at the injury report, see what's going on. We got on the next side of things, Anunoby, game time decision. We know Hart, he's still out. McCullough, Robinson out for the Knicks. On the Cleveland side of things, Green and Thor out. Looks like Dean Wade is game time decision, but he's most likely to play for the Cavs there in that matchup. On the Memphis side of things, just looks like V out for Memphis in that one. Well, he's a game time decision, but I'm going to lean to the side that he is going to be out for Memphis in that matchup. And on the Orlando side of things, Suggs was maybe questionable, but he's out now there for the Magic. And so is Isaac, hit the game time decision, but he's most likely there for the Magic in that one. And then looking at the Bucks, Giannis going to be in. Lillard out, Portis out. We know was that 1 down, 24 to go, and Prince out for the Bucks. On the Washington side of things, we got Gill out, Sadiq Bey out, Brogdon out for Washington. Hang on over to Ron. What do you think in that matchup, Ron?
Yeah, I last night I had Memphis. I'm gonna go back to the well with this one. There's just remember Orlando when they were out on the West Coast, they couldn't score above 90 half the time, and I think Memphis has got too much offense for these Orlando Magic, and we know what the Magic do at home, and we know what Memphis does against the Eastern Conference. So I'm still gonna stick with Chris's Grizzlies in that one. And looking at Miami and Toronto, yeah, the Raptors at home, they're a covering machine. I got to keep riding 17-8 against the spread at home as underdog. Give me the Raptors in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think there, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll go to Milwaukee and Washington here tonight, with Milwaukee a favorite on the road, but I'm going to look to the total here, and I'm going to end up going over tonight with Milwaukee and Washington. Maybe Washington hangs in here. We see them competitive, even if they can't win any games. They seem to stay within the numbers. So if they are going to do that tonight here against the Bucks, I'm going to end up going over. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over, and Washington's gone over in 7 of their last 10, 16 and 12 to the over at home. So give me the over, I think, in this one tonight with the Bucks and the Wizards, Rod.
And just as we were talking about this game, that Bucks and Wizards game ticked up to 6 in places now. Is that Bucks and Wizards game? Probably because just as I probably looked the news of Giannis being in, probably ticked that up to the Bucks, maybe another half a point. Money started coming in on that side. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just as it gave it out otherwise. Yeah, it's up to 6 now in that Wizards game there. So that's a tough game. I'm with you. Give me the over there. I don't think a whole lot of defense is going to play in that matchup. So give me the over 230 there. And then I like the under still, just as I did this morning for the Knicks and the Cavs. You look at when these two teams get on the floor together, it's a 241, and that's a high total for me there. When these two teams get together, it's 9-1 to the under between these two teams, and I believe it's 9 straight to the under, including an earlier meeting back in October where it was 110-104 for the Cavs in that matchup. So 241.5, I think it's just too many. I like the under here in that one tonight. All right, that wraps up the little early slate there. We'll head to the middle block. We'll go from 7:30, and we'll include all the 8:30s. So we'll go Heat taking on the Raptors here in this one. Somebody jumped the slot, but that's okay. We don't mind. The Heat laying 3 there in that matchup. Total 218.5. And then next, we'll go with the Pelicans heading into Dallas. Dallas still laying 5.5 in that matchup, total 237.5. And then we got the Pistons heading into San Antonio, taking on the Spurs. Pistons laying 4 in that matchup, total 235.5. And we'll stop there. We'll leave the last 3 for the next slate. Heading a look at the injury report, see what's going on with these few games here. We're looking at Hero. Hero looked like game time decision, but it looks like he's most likely to play for the Heat there in that one. And you look at Nikola Jokic. I'm going to butcher that guy's name. Jovic is out. Love out there for the Heat in that matchup. And then you look at on the Raptors side of things, Ingram out, Portal out, Tucker out in that matchup. Looking at the Dallas side of things, definitely a lot of guys out here on the Dallas side of things. PJ Washington, game time decisions, still looking at Powell out, Davis out, Gafford out, Lively out, Martin out for Dallas. On the Pelican side of things, just Boston out for the Pelicans there. Looking at Detroit, taking on the Spurs. Pistons looking pretty healthy on their side of things. And we know Wemby out for the Spurs. Massey most likely looking like he's going to play for the Spurs there in that matchup. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think there, Ron?
Yeah, gave it Toronto. I got some premiums here, so that's why I gave it to you.
All right. Heading over to Ramon. What do you think here, Ramon?
I was like, oh, did Ron give it? I'm going to go with Toronto. Let's just double down, Ron. That was my play in this group, I'm pretty sure. Look, I want to give the Heat. I think Spoelstra's my guy. He'll fix this eventually. This is going to be better for Miami to get Butler out of there. Let let Spoelstra work, let him do his thing, but still Toronto at home for me just looks like a good buy here, plus points. Just kind of something that we've gone to the well with, guys. It feels like a lot this season. I mean, how can you not? So I'm going to end up with the Raps here in this one, Rod, at plus 3 points. Yeah, they've had some losses going into the break for sure, but you got one team in Miami that's not too good at covering the spread, 11-18 ATS on the road. Toronto, 28-18 against the spread as a dog, 17-11 at home, getting these points. Key matchup, I would guess. So give me Toronto here. I'm not going to jump ahead. I'm with Ron. Let's do it, Ron. We're on Toronto tonight.
And for me in that matchup, I like the over. I think we see plenty of points enough to get over this 218.5. I think that total is definitely a touch light. We looked at the earlier meeting between these two. It was 114-104 for the Heat back in December. And then also in December here in Toronto, it was 119-116 for the Raptors winning outright in that matchup. So that's what I'm expecting here. The higher scoring one, like we've seen earlier, which equated to over, 235 in that one. And we're only at 218.5. Yep, give me the over between the Heat and the Raptors in that one tonight. And then I'm looking at the Pelicans here. I'm going to take the Pelicans plus the 5.5 here in that one. Dallas with just too many guys out there. They're going to be putting some G League guys out there on the floor for the Mavs in that one. And the Pelicans, pretty healthy. They need to start turning things around. I know heading into the break they weren't so good, but I think second half they need to get off to a good start. I think they do that here. I'll take the Pelicans plus the 5.5 there in that matchup. All right, heading on to the last three in this slate of NBA. We got the Timberwolves heading into Houston. That line's come down a little bit. We got the Rockets only laying 3.5 at home. Total 220.5 in that matchup. We got OKC heading into Utah. OKC 15.5 point favorites there now. And that one up half a point. And then we see that the Warriors down half a point, only laying 2 heading into Sacramento. Total 236.5 in that matchup. Looking at the injury report. We're still got the same question marks we've seen this morning for the Timberwolves. Connolly, Edwards, Gobert, all game time decisions for the Timberwolves in that matchup. And we know Van Fleet out, Zeller out for the Rockets. Looking at the Jazz, Sexton out for the Jazz. On the OKC side, just Mitchell out for OKC there. On the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento clean injury report. The Warriors, just Kuminga out. Hang on over to Ron. What do you think of those three, Ron?
I got a 3-pack in NBA, and 3 of the 4 of these are in that. So I'll give you the one that I don't have. And by the way, Rod, Jabari Smith's going to play tonight. Let's just hope he doesn't hurt his hand in warmups like he did last time. So yeah, he's back on the Rockets tonight. So I'm gonna lay it with the Rockets in that one.
Hang on over to Ramon. What do you think there, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the bottom game here with the Warriors and the Kings tonight, guys. Typical Warriors Kings to me. I know that right now you look at these two, 4 of the last 5 meetings with these two teams have gone over coming into this one, and it feels like to me Sacramento's been going over of late. They're 10-4 to the over as an underdog. They're still getting the points here right now at 2 points from the Warriors, and the Sacramento's also gone over in 15 of their last 21, 12 of their last 17, and 6 of their last 8. So still big number here. Didn't make my premiums, but I got to go over in this one. Golden State and Sacramento. Feels old school, really, with 236 with these two teams. But I'd been going under when these two teams have met a little bit, maybe learned my lesson. I'm going over tonight.
And for me, this is a tough slate. But I still, I can't jump back on the Rockets until they show me something. They headed into that break, and they looked awful. 0-5 ATS headed into that break, 2-3. It's Freddie. Ever since no Van Fleet, they haven't looked so good. So until I can see that they can put it together and play as a solid team without Freddie, I can't back the Rockets. I'm going to go with Minnesota plus the points. I liked it better when it was at 4, but down to 3.5. I'll still be taking the 3.5 there because you get over possession. Like I said, it's just losers of they went 2-7 heading into the break. Rockets didn't look good. Maybe bounce back after the break. We'll see. One that I don't trust the Kings here in this spot. That's come down, so some money's come in on the Kings side of things. And look at the Kings at home. What they've done against the spread hasn't been good. 8-17-2 against the number at home. Yikes! Give me the Warriors and that those guys there. They've been rolling. I just think Jimmy Butler and company come into Sacramento and get themselves a win. They end their losing streak against the Sacramento team. We seen one earlier back in January. It was 123-117. So almost 240 in that one? Isn't that what you liked? Was the over in that one, Ramon? So we see 240 earlier. So I definitely kind of agree to that one as well with the over there. Between these two teams, I think we see a track. I mean, we know the Sacramento definitely defense. It's optional on plenty of nights. But I think the Warriors. I like Golden State there. Now only having to lay 2, I'll take it. Give me the Warriors there in that matchup. All right, that wraps up the NBA slate of things. Heading on over to the college board. Well, looking at the college board, I believe if I look at it, there's a lot of 7 p.m. games, so it's going to be really tough to divide this college board up. And I'm right, it is. There's the 7 o'clock slate is big. Everything after that, there's 8 p.m., and a 9 p.m. So we'll do everything, including the lone 6 p.m. game, and then everything at 7 p.m. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think of the college basketball slate?
I'm looking at Marquette and Villanova. You know, they played earlier this season. Marquette smashed them. I think they do it again. This team is not the same team it was when Jay Wright was the coach. And I know Villanova is at home dog. I don't know if this one in the Wells Fargo or not, or is their home court? I'm not sure. But, yeah, definitely going to take Marquette at a very small number in that one. Strictly a spreadsheet play. This one's 19-11 on the year. Take St. Peter's plus the 4.5 in that one. Green Bay. No, not a chance. I'm not touching that game. And I'm going to take Manhattan plus the points. I think they're a better team.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of that section, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go up to Dayton and Loyola Chicago here. This seems like a pretty good game, pretty tightly rated. I think looking on the surface with these two teams, you might expect an over. But I think when these two teams get together, I expect an under. 8 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone under. And I think it's a pretty good matchup, actually, with the Flyers on the road here against Loyola Chicago. Give me the under in this one, currently at 140 flat, mostly. 140 flat might be juiced to the under here. I've got the under, Dayton and Loyola Chicago. And I'll give another one here with the Canisius taking on Marist here. I know that this is a series that definitely goes over, but another one here where I'm going under right now. Canisius is in a bad way. They're struggling. They're not looking good to me offensively. And against Marist here, who is 6-10 to the under, as a favorite, and 4-7 to the under at home. I'm going under with Canisius and Marist here. It's actually gone up a tick at 131, maybe even 131.5. So I've got the under with Canisius and Marist.
Nice. And the first one that I'm looking at here in this early slate of games, I like St. Peter's here heading into Mount St. Mary's plus the 4 in that matchup. I know Mount St. Mary's been playing pretty good. 4-1 straight up, 3-2 against the number. Peacocks, you look 2-3 straight up, 2-3 against the number. How about on the road? 8-5 ATS against the number on the road. So I'm going to take the 4, the over a possession that you give me with St. Peter's. I like the better this morning was at 4.5, but I'll still take it at the 4 number there. And then another one I'm looking at here. Somebody asked about the Dayton game. Well, I'll look at the Dayton game. I like Loyola at home. They've been rolling right along, 4-1 straight up, 4-1 against that number at home. Sister Jean in the building as well. They've also won 13 straight night games at home. Has this Loyola team, so 13-1 at home on the season. And you look at what Dayton's done. They're a 500 club on the road at best. 3-3 against the number. And you look 2-3 ATS in their last 5. So I just don't trust Dayton here on the road. Give me Loyola and and Chicago in that matchup at home. Another one I'm looking at here in this early slate of things. How do you not take Robert Morris? They've just been rolling right along, right? 4-1 straight up, 5-0 ATS, and at home here, 13-2, 11-3 ATS. You look at that, and okay, Green Bay's they've covered a couple, right? But still, 1 straight out win in their last 4, and 3 straight out. Yeah, can't do it. Rob Morris by 20 in that one. Find an extendo line. Take the minus 18.5 there in that one. I think they cruise to the win there. That's Robert Morris. 2 teams going in the wrong direction in that matchup. And then one more I'm looking at here in this matchup. You're looking at the last 9 games between Niagara and Siena. The last 9 night games between these 2 teams have seen 137 or less points. Between these 2 teams. Totals dropped down. It's 135.5 there in that one. I still like the under. I expect a low scoring, low pace type game there in that one. First to 60 type game wins that one between Niagara and Siena. Give me the under in that matchup. And then one more I got an over for, or another crazy. Yeah, look at this number here. You look at Columbia taking up Brown in this matchup here. Brown at home. Playing pretty good, 3-2 straight up, 4-1 against that number. You look at Columbia on the road; they haven't covered anything. They're 0-5 ATS, their last 5 on the road. But you look Brown at home; their last 10 home games versus a conference opponent has produced 139 or less points in their home games here, and this totals at 151.5. This number just seems so off to me that I just automatically had to take the under 151.5, and it hasn't budged. I've watched it, and it hasn't budged all. It opened, I believe, 151.5, and it's stuck there, and hasn't really moved at all. And I don't know. I've got 10 straight at home against the conference opponent where they've haven't scored over $1.40. Give me under the 151.5 in that matchup. All right, last 3 on the board in this college slate. We got Kent State taking on Miami. We got Milwaukee heading into Youngstown. Big game there. Youngstown, the Penguins laying 1.5. We got another big rivalry. Michigan taking on Michigan State. Michigan laying 3 there, and that one down for 3.5. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think of the late slate, Ron?
I feel like I'm on the set of game day waiting for Lee Corso to put on the hat because I know you got both of them. So which way you going, Rod? That's the question in that one. I like the under in the game. I think both defenses come to play. I got a premium on the side. You can get that right now at Tony's Picks. That's my NCAA 3-point play. Michigan State and Michigan. But take the under in that one. And I am going to go with Kent State. I think they're the better defensive team. So give me Kent State plus the 1.5.
Down to 1. Down to 1. You can get a 1.
Yeah.
You want a 1?
Right. Take a money line.
Take a money line. Yeah, just take the money line. 5-0 straight up in their last 5. Definitely playing the better basketball. I kind of agree with you there. But heading on to Ramon. What do you think there in that late slate, Ramon?
Yeah, I couldn't ignore the trend in that game, Rod. 14 of 15 on the road have gone under for Kent. I think that's dating back to last year, actually. I only have them for about 10 games, I think, this year. So real solid under team for sure. Kent State on the road, and that's where I'm going to head. I'm going to go under in that one with Kent State and Miami of Ohio. 6 of the last 8 meetings between the 2 teams have gone under, and for Kent, they are 0-4 to the under as a dog. What did you say the line was, though? 1.5 for Miami. I guess we could say
1.5. You can shop your number. I see a 1.
Yeah, 0-4 as a dog to the under. I guess it can still be included. That game might move to a pick'em. I'm thinking here. Give me the under. Yeah, give me the under with Kent State and Miami of Ohio tonight. That's a good late slate right there for just 3 games.
For 3 games, right?
Yeah, definitely a good late slate. Yep.
Yeah, I'll take the under, Kent and Miami.
And for me in this slate, I'm going to take the under between Michigan State and Michigan. I have a premium on the side in this one tonight, so I can't take a hat.
No hat tonight.
And no hat tonight. And this one is like it's.
How about your Illinois hat for tomorrow's?
I've got a hat for both. That might be in the segment after coming along. So I like the under between the Battle of Michigan tonight. It was a 151, I think, this morning. It's down to 150, so I like the under there in that matchup. And then I like Kent State there in that one, so go with Kent State there. That pretty much wraps up the college basketball section. Let me just gander through the comments, see if somebody asked for a game that we didn't cover.
Yeah, any games you guys want to go over, throw them out there.
See one in there. I think Fairfield and Ryder was getting a request.
Oh, I like Ryder in that one.
Yeah. What do you think in that one?
Oh, I'm gonna go. I'll go against Ron. I'll go Fairfield. Ron.
Here we go. It's Lipscomb all over again from last night.
On my list. Yeah. I'll take the points and go up against Ron. So maybe I get some bragging rights on him over here. He's been owning me. So I'll take those. It was higher. I think it's actually moved in the direction of Fairfield. So I think Ron's getting the best of the price here. So I'll give him that much. I'll take the 3.5 with Fairfield.
Yeah, it's come down. So some people definitely agree with you there, Ramon, because they bet it down a little bit.
Maybe I'm agreeing with them, Rod.
Right? So that total hasn't budged an inch, though. If you look at open 139.5, and it's still stuck at 139.5. You know, I'm kind of leaning to an under.
Ryder -4.
Oh, yeah, Ryder -4.
We could end the show right now on a high note with that. That was beautiful. What'd you say, Rod? You said you like the under in that Fairfield?
I'm looking at the under. You look at what these offenses are doing, and they haven't been good. You look at both offenses. At home, Ryder's scoring about on the year it's 42% field goals, which equates to about 65 points a game. And you look at Fairfield on the road, hitting 38% of their shots, which equates to 66 points per game. And then over the last 5, it's even worse. 37% field goal shooting, which equates to 62 points a game. And this total's all the way up at $139. It's just like that means both teams got to get into the 70s for you to get at least $140. And it's just like I don't where I don't. Maybe defensively, you look defensively, Fairfield holding teams 73 points a game over the last 5, 73 on the year. You're expecting this to be what 73, 72, and even the predictions don't even predict that. So I would definitely lean to an under 139.5. But as Ron alluded to, I think I'd have to be betting Ryder as well. More pressure defenses, not very good. Ryder loves beating up on them. I think I have to go with Ryder, but I like the under as the play there in that matchup.
And Richard, I like the over in Yale and Cornell. I know it's pretty high, but I think it's an over in that one.
In Yale? Yale, high. Yeah, I like the over.
He's asking about Yale. Yeah.
I like the over in that one too. Yeah, in the Yale game. And Princeton? What do you think of that one, Ramon? The Yale game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Yale here, actually. I like Yale to cover this big number against Cornell tonight. I know that's probably going to be a pretty popular play, and I didn't include it in my premiums. I wanted to. I just thought double digits maybe a little high, but I'd prefer Yale's chances to cover it right now over Cornell's chances to cover it. I think Yale's obviously on a roll here right now. They're 7-2 against the spread at home, 12-5 against the spread as a favorite. Cornell's definitely gotten some numbers as an underdog, but I definitely ended up on Yale here.
Cleveland State and Detroit, that looks like a Sean Higgs ugly underdog to me. Plus 8.5 at home. So I would lean Detroit Mercy in that one.
Detroit Mercy's at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would lead Detroit Mercy as well because they're at home in that matchup.
That looks ugly. I mean, it looks too easy for Cleveland State. Too easy.
Cleveland State's definitely been covering some numbers here in that one. I'll go with the under in this one. I know that it's one of those where if you look at the total points, they probably think you would go over. The series actually goes under for the most part. 4 of the last 5 meetings here between the two have gone under, and 11 of the last 14 overall between the two teams have gone under. So it just felt a little bit tricky to me. Didn't end up on my big card, but I'll take the under with Cleveland State and Detroit.
And Princeton and Harvard? Hey, Princeton and Harvard. I'm going to take the give me Harvard in that matchup. You know what Princeton does after a road game this year? They're 0-8 ATS in their first game back at home off of a road trip. 0-8 ATS. I think it's too many. Princeton lands 7.5 there in that matchup. Too many. Give me Harvard plus the 7.5 there.
Give me I'm going to take Sacred Heart plus 5.5. They do well on the road covering. Merrimack's not a good covering team at home. They got no offense either, so I thought I would lean Sacred Heart on that one.
What do you like?
Oh, yeah, I ended up on Harvard as well, so I'll just chip in and add my 2 cents on that. I agree. I think probably too many points for a team like where Princeton doesn't cover anything right now, so it's really, really tough to lay the points, it feels like, with Princeton. I know Harvard's probably going to be pretty popular with cappers today. I'll probably put a bet on them. Also, with the Sacred Heart game, I did have a premium on the side, but I did like the under this morning on a show. So I ended up on the under there with Sacred Heart. And
they're 0-10 at home, actually, to the under. That's why I guess Justin's been riding those Merrimack unders. Yeah, it's a good under. Yeah, I agree with you, Ramon.
Great, thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll add a little. Maybe I'm going to add to it, Rod.
Youngstown and Milwaukee. I think I don't have nothing on that one. Did you? I think Rod, you had something on Youngstown, Milwaukee.
Yeah, I like Young or the other side of that.
I think Rod's on an island with everybody
Milwaukee. Yeah, I think everybody's riding Youngstown in that one. I think that line just smells like a fish hook to me. It even looks like a 1.5 with a fish hook. So it looks like a 1 with a little hook on it to try to come on, don't you want a penguin? No, I don't want a penguin here in that one. I'm going to take Milwaukee in that one. I think the Milwaukee team out-rebounds them. I really do. I think they're going to be solid here in this one and make it close. And I think they get the win outright. So I'm going to go with Milwaukee there in that one.
Yeah, we talked
about leagues in the NHL tomorrow. We got Bennington and Hellebuck, a rematch. I know that much.
No, really?
Yes. Winnipeg at St. Louis.
No, we do not. Because it's already been confirmed. It's already been confirmed that Hellebuck and Morrissey will not play for the Winnipeg Jets in Saturday's action.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. I saw it expected. So I do like the Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow. I do not like Carolina on the road, Jimmy. Give me the Leafs plus 107. All right.
Okay.
And I'll take Duke.
You're taking Duke?
Mm-hmm.
Might as well, right?
I'll take Duke. Illinois is dealing with some issues.
Auburn's going to blast Georgia because Georgia almost got him last time.
My number was
14. It's at the Garden.
Yeah.
Oh, that's same thing. Same thing.
Yep. That's at the Garden.
At the Garden, right? So I expected about 14.5, and it's not. It's 11.5. So it's like, I'll take it. It's actually 10.5. So I like Duke. Okay. Yeah. I got Duke by 15. So it's still about 3 points under my number.
I think Alabama bounces back against Kentucky big tomorrow. Losing 2 in a row as a favorite. Yeah, Alabama bounces back big.
Right. All right, that wraps up our Friday slate of things. As always, our best bets, the bets that we're making, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Scoop up those best bets. You can find my bets, Ron's bets, Ramon's bets all overnight. What do you got over there tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack I talked about in the college, in NBA, and then my NBA or my college 3-point play, best bet in college basketball. Also have 4 other college basketball plays on your own there if you can get one of them. Also already have some EPL soccer for tomorrow morning on there. You can get that right now. And I'll give you a free play for tomorrow in soccer here with my parlay. So my parlay, I'm going to go with Kent State plus the 1.5. I'm going to take the Michigan State under, and let's go with Memphis minus 3.5 tonight as well. And then for tomorrow, I want you to take Everton against Manchester United. Ever since David Moyes has taken over for Everton, they're a different ball club. And I used to follow him a lot when I was over there in West Ham was my team. He was the coach over there. But, take Everton. Nice. If you can get a double chance, it'd be great. But I think plus 150, 160, I think it is right now. So you can get Everton in EPL action tomorrow. And like I said, hey, everybody you see, we're on the leaderboards in one or another sport or most many sports. So get us paired up and make sure you use that code Tony T at checkout for your 15% off. Yeah, Jimmy. Everton draw no bet. That's a good bet. 6:30 in the morning, by the way. Early one.
Head out to Ramon. What do you got for everybody?
Yeah, I put a little parlay together here, but I'm actually making an adjustment because of Rod. I'm moving one of them to a straight bet for me. So because of what Rod said, I'll tell you here, just St. Peter's and Mount St. Mary's. I am going under here in this one. I know the trends say over here, but tonight, if like Rod said, if St. Mary's is coming, St. Peter's is coming to play against the Mount tonight, I'm going to take the under in this one with that little addition to the prognostication here. St. Peter's right now, that 131 has been going down just a little bit. Give me the under there with St. Peter's and Mount St. Mary's. Also the big one, the early big one, I guess if you call that, Marquette and Villanova. I'm going to try the over here. Yeah, Marquette, pretty stellar defense for sure, but I think Villanova is going to have a hard time actually limiting Marquette. I think this number is reachable here at 142-ish, I think right now, 141.5. Give me the over there with Marquette and Villanova. Rod, I've scratched Fairfield and Ryder under from the parlay. I'm going to move that. So here's 4 plays technically. I'm moving that to straight bet status for me. That
there you go.
Ryder under. We're going to go with Siena here as my play against Niagara. They're not very good against Niagara, but this season they're a pretty terrific cover. They've covered 8 of their last 10, and Niagara just 4-8 against the spread on the road. So St. Peter's and Mount St. Mary's under, Marquette and Villanova over, and Siena is a 3-teamer for me tonight here on the show. And I've got a couple packages tonight. I got one in the NBA, one in college basketball. Cash in these college basketball packages for sure for our subscribers. So join me over at Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT to save 15% off those packages. Are profit guaranteed. If I don't show a profit, you can take those credits and go hook up with my guys or come back with me tomorrow. But that's not going to happen, right, guys? We're clicking in college basketball. So check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com.
Rolling, right? My parlay for me tonight, I'm going to take St. Peter's plus the points. I'm going to take Harvard plus the points, and I'm going to take Milwaukee. Throw them on the money line in that one. Little 3-teamer for everybody there. By the way, Milwaukee's a freebie because it's a premium play over there. So I love that one tonight. So you got a free premium here on Friday. Let's kick off the weekend winning. I got a nice little 5-pack. It's Friday, so I got a Steak Friday 5-pack. 4 college basketball in that Steak Friday pack includes my 10-star college basketball slam dunk play of the day. You get it sold separately, or as I said, it's included in that Steak Friday package. So scoop that up, or better yet, it's Friday, so grab a 3-day pass. Join me for the weekend. You'll get Friday's action. Saturday's loaded card again. Loaded card of the NHL back as well. So you get all that. You get Sunday's action. Big NBA card. Big NHL card on Sunday too. So you get all 3 of those days. And then, I'll have Mondays in early. So it's basically a 4-day pass. Scoop that up. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Scoop that up. Use Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off. Let's have ourselves a big weekend together. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 Cabot promotional as well. All right. Any final words before we head on out and have ourselves a big weekend?
Well, have a great weekend. Tune in tomorrow morning. Rod will have every hockey matchup for you ready to go. So make sure you tune in to the morning show with Tony and everybody else.
Definitely tune in. 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody. Till we see you again tomorrow. 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Ourselves a good one.
Have a good one, guys.